Hi everybody, this is Hank. I don't know if any of you remember Hank. This is Hank. He's a smoky rainbow. So I titled this, It's a Sacred Time, because it is a sacred time right now. Very sacred time. We are in the changing of the guard. I'm like getting like the Holy Lands. There's no coincidence that that portal appeared. None. And that would be the Anunnaki. Not, I don't know if every portal has to do with the Anunnaki, but, that one does. There's gonna be an uptick, even more than there already is. There's gonna be an uptick. And this isn't like, none of this is about fear. Okay, that's your state, that's not my state. This is about a big shift that's happening here. Things that I grew up in a time where if a portal appeared, it'd be kind of weird. I mean, it is weird in this time, but like, it's because it's universal law. They have to tell us the truth. They have to show us the truth, but they're not going to show us the whole truth. They're just going to show us. And then you kind of got to figure it out on your own. And then they'll downplay it like it's a video, it's basically like a TV, this portal. It's not. It's not. If you set up paranormal equipment around that, which they have, believe me, they have on a way bigger scale, it's called radar, it would blow you away of what you would capture. It's already happening through the veil. Never mind, let's add a portal. It has to do with the Atlantis Stargate. That portal there, that they put in Pennsylvania, if you don't know what I'm talking about. We are in a sacred time where a union of realms are coming together. And they have presented it through entertainment so that when it does happen, you're just gonna think it's an entertaining thing. You're not gonna, your guard will be down. Your guard will be down. And your guard should not be down. As much as your guard should never be down. If you are a light worker, healer, any whatever you call you, your guard should not be down at all. Even no matter how much high vibration you're in. Even more so. Because as you vibrate, so doesn't the other side. It comes in at different levels, and it does. But clearly, use your discernment as well, because your divine guides will come to you too at the same time to guide you through whatever it is you may be going through. And some of us that are actually experiencing and seeing and capturing celestials to like open up something else in your mind and in your soul, those divine moments like that, for whatever you're here to do, because everybody's here to do different. The lower energy will try to engage with you more as well. So just, keep your armor on at all times through this stuff that's going on, because it is a sacred, it's sacred, it's ancient, it's prophesized, it's written, and we're in it. In universal law, they have to tell us the truth. They have to show us the truth. Except for they only do half measures of the truth, and you have to figure out the rest on your own and trust your soul with everything. Or don't, but I'm just, that portal, it's there for a reason. It's on a specific ley line for a reason. It's in a specific parallel for a reason. And it's on the eastern seaboard for a reason. And most people are walking up thinking it's amazing. And I'm not saying it isn't, but it's like, just be careful. You're going to give it energy too. It's something unknown. And the news is talking about it like it's normal. It's okay. It's entertaining. It's this, it's that. It's magic. It's magic. Most people don't believe in magic. It's magic. It's a scrying hole. It's a portal put there. Could have been there the whole time, and they finally had to reveal it because it was going to be revealed. There's portal sites everywhere all over this place. And rocks and trees and everywhere. But they put that there specifically for a reason. And there'll be more that will appear, and that goes back to the doorways. I was having like dream visions of the doorways. I even sketched them, like these doorways appearing in certain areas. And they are like strange. I'm surprised people don't find it strange. But then when you get the news playing of HeartNet, then that's, it adds a whole other texture and layer to it. And I would love to set up some paranormal equipment around that area. I really would, just to see what would come through, because most people don't have a clue. They just don't. And that doesn't make them less than. It doesn't make us better than. It's just, I'm seeing this take place through all platforms of energy harnessing, bullying, some things to take your energy, and you have to protect your energy right now. You really do. Horn on that one. Even like right down into your daily life. Everyone's gonna have it a little differently, but it's a serious energy harvesting right now. And it depends on what energy you're feeding. And I don't know, I just observe these things. Because I guess I'm supposed to observe these things. Of like bullying. Like I was talking earlier in the live, like seeing these platforms, and not just online, like in life too, these way people are acting or behaving, I should say, behaving. There's a lot of cruelness going on. And people, and of course the AI, they use all that. They're feeding off of you, me, to feed that. And I don't know, I've just never been so disgusted with some of the paranormal community. And I have been really disgusted with it. And how they are using, some of them are using their platform in an amazing way. Like the way I feel it should be, supposed to be, that you're called to do. And some are not. Some you would see that would be like demons. And flipping the script on things. And then you have those out there who are trying to blow the lid off of shit that really should be blown the lid off of. There's a lot of darkness here, unfortunately, in this world. And you are the light. You are the light. It's going to try to affect you. So just be careful what energy you're engaging with. Especially a lot of stuff online, things pop up. Like this whole YouTube thing's a big spirit box. It's a spirit box. Facebook is a spirit box. Instagram is a spirit box. It's all spirit boxes. Twitter, all of it. They're spirit boxes. And I'm just seeing here a lot of like, it's interesting because I very rarely comment on anybody's anything. I just don't. Because when I do, I meet great adversity. Because I'm just speaking the truth about something. And it seems to bother people, but whatever. Because they're comfortable in their lie, and that's okay. That's okay for them. I'm not doing it to be mean, it's just being real, being raw, and like this is what's going on. And I'm watching some of these groups who are in the paranormal community Like, what's your purpose? What's your purpose? What's your purpose with your, abilities? What's your purpose with them? What's your intention with them? That is key. Is your intention? And I'm just seeing people with not such great intention. And it's gonna get heavier. So stay away from that stuff. Unless you can, handle it. And everything is shown to us for a reason. And it's what we do with it. It's what we do with it. So we have a lot going on in the world, in the ethers, what we call the world. A lot of things are changing. We're having a changing of the guard here in the United States, of the unknown soldier, so to speak. There is a rising of, there is a shift. We're in this time where they're doing this one world order thing. And it's serious. It's not a joke. And it's important that just be careful of trickery. It's going to be a lot of things to try to trick. That's all. And to stay and keep your vibration going. Stay in your little God bubble, whatever you do. Because the energy is so strong that it's moving us. Like it's moving us out of jobs, whatever, out of life events. It's moving us, it's shifting us, it's changing us, and you're either going kicking and screaming, not understanding that that's the way it could, because it's happening for a reason, for your highest good, or you're not supposed to get too comfortable for whatever that reason is. And good things are coming in. It's not just about all the, like earth-shattering changes. It's because for good things to come in, for you to align. Because the divine, how I see it is the divine's all these beautiful beams of light, and it's been put in a frequency that doesn't align, and now it's being retuned, which will move things for you to be aligned for whatever it is that you're here to do. And there's going to be a lot of adversity around you to try to pull you off of that at this time. So, it's interesting, I find, that I did this, I don't read, I get downloads, I get messages, and I get shown, I can show you through these cards, right, which I think is totally amazing. Someone was going to connect with a celestial. And someone did. So I just wanted to share that because I thought that was, like, really cool. Like, I won't ever be there, and God, I'm going to be careful. There's a lot of readers on here. This channel is not in the energy about waiting on others. This channel is about healing, self-growth, self-awareness, and for you to be the best version of you through these supernatural and physical events to take place. This is a paranormal channel, and we are paranormal in a spiritual battle. And many things come at us in all different shapes and forms, and they do. And this is always for your highest good. So I'm not ever going to read, like, someone's coming back to you, and I would not want, first of all, there's, I think, a specific responsibility about that. And there is, as a reader, there is a specific responsibility we have. If you're offering your services, and granted, it's the person who is taking the information as well, their responsibility, but we never want to put someone, or we don't want to imply for someone to stay in a, because you don't know how someone's going to receive that. And there's a specific responsibility with that as well, how other people receive what you're saying. Some people will sit around and think someone's coming back. Like, I'm not that person. I won't ever read like that, because that's just not for your highest good. We don't sit around and wait. We keep doing our life, right? And we keep doing our life with hopefully good intent. And if someone's meant to be on your path, they'll be on your path. And I do see a lot of, like, it's not spells or anything, it's just I light candles for the Holy of Holies to protect myself, and because I have a lot of I feel a lot of heavy energy that's around me. I live in an apartment building, so I'm dealing with a lot of energies, along with just people who don't use my name in light. So I could protect myself with the Most High God, and I use it through candles. However, I'm not sitting here because I don't believe that you should use anything like that of the divine for anything other than the most high vibration, just for protection. You have no say over anybody's life. You don't, unless you give them permission to do so. So, like, these money spells and these, it's weird to me personally. I think it's really weird. I'm all about power, prayer, and what's aligned for me is going to come in for me, and what isn't, isn't. And sometimes rejection is divine protection, even when we don't understand it. But we eventually will understand it. They're harnessing your energy when you, like, doing that stuff. You know what I mean? The witches have gotten such a bad rap, and I'm talking like Salem witches and probably other witches in Ireland, and I'm not saying things weren't using it for dark, but like, what a witch is someone that honors the earth, honors the herbs, knows how to use the herbs, honors the seasons, goes with the seasons, goes with Mother Earth, the natural way. The natural way. That's what a witch is. Or pagan, what people call pagan. That's all that is. Which is the natural way of things. The stuff in this world now is not natural way of things. When you can call that dark magic. And you can. Because it's happening every day around you. Anything you eat, interact with, it's all spells. It's all the craft. This whole place is the craft. So I find it interesting that people misuse. Actually, you're misusing your stuff. That comes back on you. We're supposed to go with the divine, the natural way of Mother Gaia, Tiamat, Pachamama. That's what witches are. They were nurse practitioners. They could help birth a child. And then you had England come over, and it wasn't their way. And then all of a sudden it was okay that they were hanging witches. Like, that's not okay, you know. And that goes everywhere. Like, down in the Deep South, that happened. They didn't understand other people's ways. So they made it an evil. And again, I'm not saying there wasn't beings, people, or whatever they are, doing dark stuff. Most of them weren't. It was because somebody else didn't understand what this person or people were about, and they found it a threat. Threat right there. So somehow it became okay to take over the native lands here and create mass genocide, which happened here on these lands. And then the next layer comes in, and they come over from England or wherever they come from, and they don't understand the ways of the land that you're invading. And then you commit another mass genocide, and then we'll slap a label of evil on it. That's all that is. Now, when you're getting into hoodoo and voodoo and other stuff like that, yeah, that's a whole other magic that you don't play with. You don't. I believe there probably are certain practitioners that I don't know. I don't think it's ever supposed to be used for, but it's never supposed to be used against somebody, which surprises me with some of these practitioners, because they should know better, because they know that really comes back to them. So these people who are like, because this is the time of year where, you know, get your readings on, let's cast a spell. You can't put a spell on anybody. You can't. You have no right to interfere with someone else's free will, and why would you want to? You know, these love spells and these money spells. It's just all weird to me. We live in a place that casts, I should rephrase that, because you can cast spells. This whole world does. On everybody. Everybody. That's why they call it spelling. In programs. Think education. However, individually, actually practical magic was a good example of that when the sisters, they didn't like doing that stuff, but they did for this lady, and the guy went crazy. And you just, ultimately, you can't really interfere with someone else's free will unless that person allows you to. You know what I mean? And then there's people out there who don't allow it, and then it comes back to you. It always finds its way back to you, and it's not always a positive thing when it happens. So, you know, the whole witches thing and being, like, I hear a lot of people, you know, throughout space and time, and very confused on what witches are, and they demonize them, which is fucking weird to me. But, because then it tells me you just don't understand. And again, I'm not saying there weren't witches out there that are not doing good things, because clearly that happens, but you can't box them all together. Because the true pagan way, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, was truly honoring Mother Earth and her energy and all these other energies that are here, and being symbiotic the best way we can. Not to control it, not to take it over. So slap a label, call it pagan, call it witchcraft, and then be like, oh, that's evil. That's just the pagan way. Like, I don't even know if people hear themselves half the time. Like, you sound ridiculous, kind of, you know, when you're saying stuff like that, because you don't understand. Because it's all about a big misunderstanding. Comes right back to the pilgrims coming here, which weren't pilgrims. They were the English that came over here with crown money. Half of them came over here to escape the order that they wanted over there in England. And then they didn't understand. I posted about Squanto, and he helped. And then they took him out. They took his life. Just like they use the native of the land to learn how to live here, and then commit a mass genocide. That's not okay, you know? And then relabeled everything because they didn't understand. They were forcing their way. And they were not they were way more than just other things that I'm not going to get into here. I have spoken about it before. And just some, because I do have natives that come to me in spirit and show me things that make so total sense of why they did what they did. Like, your Thanksgiving dinner is all about Chief Metacomet, King Philip from the King Philip War. And I will say that every year, and I will till my last breath, that your turkey that you eat every year represents a sacrifice of him. Because that's what they did. Most people don't even know that. Go talk to someone who's actually on, the reservation, who lived it, who has been told by their elder, of their elder, of their elder, of their elder of what happened. It ain't gonna be anything like you were taught in school. It would be highly disturbing as well. It would be. So, just be careful, just... so listen, I know everybody... I don't know, I don't even want to touch that stuff with the other readers, to be honest with you, because I'm not here to impugn on anybody. Just, you know what, you gotta stay in your own vibration. Hopefully you're not in a vibration of hoping someone comes back, or, is this gonna work out for me, or you have to really trust your own stuff. You do. I mean, for someone who comes on here, and that's why I don't do a lot of personal readings anymore. I do it a collective of energy, because I like to read the energy of what's happening. I like to feel it. I like to try to understand it for me, because I feel lots of different things. And I just share it. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. And the supernatural events that are taking place. It seems very clear to me, but I understand it's not clear to everybody. Some people are really in the 3D grid, and that's just where they are, and that's just where they're going to stay, and that's where they're going to be, or maybe they won't stay there, but right now they're there. Where many of us are not so in the 3D grid. We're like seeing what's going on here. And it's deeper than the physical world. Because the physical world actually is the illusion. It's the experience. You know, you are a very divine being. You are here for a reason. You know, it is a gift to be here at this time. And you are doing your mission, whether it's bagging groceries, whatever. You're on your mission. Doesn't matter what it is. That's your mission for right now until you get your next mission. You just keep going and you just keep going. But I'm just seeing a lot of this weird behavior that's this uptick of it. And then any time that somebody doesn't understand something, they seem to demonize it or poke at it, make fun of. And that's not okay. It's never okay. It's never okay. You know, I just been watching it on a bigger scale, and it's not okay. Right down to even your people that you think are gonna run this country, going at each other. Like the presidential election is the biggest ruse, and all they do is put each other down. And these are people you would want to run your, you know, if they're not though, but run the country. Society's energy has dipped, but the other part of society's energy is rising at the same time. So there's definitely a disturbance in the force with this changing of the guard. We definitely have ancients here, and they are here. And whether you believe me or not is really irrelevant, because you will see it. Everybody will. Everybody will see it. It is an amazing time to be here, and it really is. There's a great convergence happening, and it's really amazing. And it only happens every so often. It's a rarity, and we're here for this. I think it's freaking amazing. And I wouldn't want to be asleep at all. I would never miss this. Even though there's a lot of times I don't get it, I don't understand why I'm freaking here sometimes, and what is my mission, what is my purpose, you know. God, where are you? Those questions, you know, the universal questions. And then I get to this is pretty amazing. I'm grateful I see what I see. I'm grateful I understand what I understand. I'm grateful for the things I don't understand, because then I seek to understand them. And I just remain grateful, open and teachable. And pray to God I would never bully somebody because they didn't understand. And I'm just seeing too much of that go on. This has been throughout lifetimes, you know. And I get reminded every October with the Native Americans, I do, of these people came over to these lands. They didn't understand. They wanted to learn their ways. Then they didn't understand them, and then they committed it's a trend. It's a bad one. It's a bad cycle that has to be broken. It has to be broken. Can't keep going on like this. Well, maybe these do. I don't know, but it's tragic. And just because you do not understand something does not make it necessarily evil either. Just means you don't understand it. You know, the whole, witch thing. Like, I find it funny that, they say in Halloween, it's the thinnest, the veil is the thinnest. And where darkness is allowed to walk the earth, but then you're out trick-or-treating in it. So does that make you the darkness walking the earth? Or maybe not you, but others who are walking the earth? And the whole Halloween masks are to disguise yourself from them. Well, I mean, that's not a Hallmark made-up holiday. There's lots of truth in that. The veil is the thinnest. And many do like to communicate with spirit, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it is because someone finds out different. They're scared of it. Some people actually get taken over by it. That's not cool either. It all began with someone misunderstanding something and it creating genocide after genocide after genocide. Doesn't mean it's evil. It just means you don't understand. And again, some of it, some of those practitioners did do some dark stuff. They did. It's just, it's part of this realm for whatever reason. But not all of them did. They truly lived the natural way with Mother Earth. They gardened, they knew how to use their herbs, they used them to heal, and now it's all marketed. That's the ironic part. Many witches died, what you call witches died, right? And nowadays you can buy essential oils. These are women and men that made their own oils, made their own stuff. They made, like, you know, the way it's really kind of supposed to be here, making their own thing, going with the natural rhythm of this place, of Mother Earth, honoring. Knowing, understanding that the wind is just more than wind, that there's spirit in it. And now it's all marketed. And people are making mad money off of essential oils that men and women were hung for. Now you can go to school and become a nurse practitioner. And you can be licensed in it. That's okay now. But there was a woman and a man that hung for that back in that day. That's what they called witches, because it was something different that they didn't understand, or that they couldn't control, or whatever sick crap that was going through these people's brain to do that. Which, to me, were reptiles, whether you believe in them or not. Something else came over here and took over this land. And you could really have a conversation with someone who's a true Native American who lives on a reservation, and they would tell you it's pretty much the same thing I'm saying. There's too much of that going on. If you don't understand something, you make it evil. Or you bully somebody because of it. It's not okay. It's almost like, will we ever learn? Like, really, will we ever freaking learn here? I don't know. So when we don't, some kind of great disturbance comes in. A reshaping of the land. Believe me, Marduk is real, is here. And Enlil is very real and here. And King Anu is very real, and he's here too. Inanna is here. We have Isis that is here. And they are trying to prepare society for whatever is coming next. A great deception as well as a great truth as well. So just protect your energy. There's nothing wrong with that. Protect it at all costs. Be careful who whatever. Be careful who you're engaging with right now. For all what seems to be is not. And just, again, prepare. There's a lot of signs. Unfortunately, there's a lot of signs. People who were even prepared. They couldn't prepare for the events that are about to take place. And this isn't a fear thing. These events are going to take place. And we're part of it. Peace and hey Michelle. They are very wise. I'm gonna go with they didn't like that. They didn't like that. Maybe it's just like today when we're around people and we can see through them. It's like that, except for they can't. Well, they can try to hang us in a different way. They use platforms now. They use social media now instead of a noose. Just find a different way to do it, but it's still going on. That's why, I was hesitant to even do, a live with I love candles. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not here doing, I don't know, whatever the fuck people do. I light a candle for God. For the light of God, I invite the light of God in. And I light the candle for my mom, my family. And, to protect in the holy light. And that's it. Call that magic. I believe it's magic. And because I do that, I also send back, just like with Reiki, I send it back with consciousness, not ill intent. Because for whatever reason, and I do feel it when people talk, you guys feel it too when people are talking about you. Your name is in their mouth. There's certain things we can do to clear that energy. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And these witches got hung for that. It's not funny. It's just friggin' ironic to me. You know, that now people could be doing live feeds of like candle magic and listen, I know some channels, and this is, they do it for the right, you know, they're doing it with Mother Earth. They're doing it with bringing in abundance. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you don't even know these people. Like, you're just like, you don't know me. Realistically, you don't. That's why I'm very careful on what I don't, when I get nervous about sharing certain things, because you don't know me and I'm not here doing anything ill intent ever. Ever, ever. Like, but it can be misinterpreted that way very easily because you got so many people out there judging. And feeling the way we feel, we know that that's going on. Come on now, we know that's going on. It's not that we're giving power to anybody. It just, you can feel it. And it is okay. It's like, you know, nowadays we take a shower. That's a ritual. It's a cleansing ritual. You know, witches did that too. Whatever you want to call a witch, which was just, you know, a woman and a man, or man, live in the natural rhythm of what we're actually going to go back to when all is said and done. Farming your own land, learning how to use your foods and herbs, to take care of yourself and your family. And people were hung for that. It's so weird to me. It hits me every year. Every year, I don't know why, it just really just hits me hard every year. It's like I can feel it. The land feels sad, almost. That's why it's so haunted this time of year. Either that, or or we are the dead ones, and they're not. You know, that's totally, like, I see that too. I totally see that. Because we're bound in a body to Earth for right now. So I guess it's all how you look at things. Peace and harmony with you too. Just getting tired. Like, I was honestly was all inspired by watching this man bully a woman online. Whether he's right or wrong, it's not, the bullying part's not right, but whatever his opinion is, he's still a man bullying a woman online and using his, his false sense of ability, but he has a following, let's put it that way. There's that word follow, about the Conjuring House. And I'm just like, dude, you're bullying this person. This person, whatever's going on, isn't like publicly online doing anything to anybody. Nothing. But this man is bringing it online on a public forum to bring what he calls awareness. There's bringing awareness, and then there's just like, you keep doing it over and over again. That's bullying somebody. And I was like, thinking to myself, what's your purpose? What's your purpose, man? What's your purpose? What's your mission with this? And it had nothing to do with him. Someone had sent in an experience they had there. That house should never be investigated. First of all, like, it goes back to being responsible. And that wasn't responsible. The parents sold that house. That's fine. But the people who bought it, their intention, that's where intent comes in. What's your purpose? What's your intention with this stuff? They barely lived there, the people that bought the house. And it was all hush-hush that they weren't living there. For money. So they decided to open up the house for people to come in and pay. Like, this was the most the most irresponsible, like, wow, irresponsible thing that could have been done with that house. Any location, really. You got this specific responsibilities. And this, I mean, I'm not saying there's other, but the Conjuring House, man, there's something not okay there. You know what I mean? And it's showing. And this dude is bullying this lady. You know, this is somebody who has investigated themselves. They were actually the first paranormal TV show, whatever, you know, accolade crap. And I'm not saying they weren't really. It was actually Ed and Lorraine Warren who, I mean, so basically what I'm hearing is you're mocking everything that Ed and Lorraine Warren were there doing and what the parents went through. And then someone buys it and then seeing dollar signs as opening up this house to the general public, to people who probably have never been on a paranormal investigation in their life. And you're dealing with supernatural forces that have been documented, fucking documented, man, where the archdiocese was called in. Do you understand? To open that up to it's a feeding frenzy. Oh, that upsets me so much. It really upsets me. It's so irresponsible. Even for the seasoned investigator. They had their own experiences, Ed and Lorraine, and they were what you would call seasoned. There's certain people that, yes, they're on this earth to do that. Absolutely, totally. And then you're opening that up for people who aren't. Because they just want to experience because it was a movie. Most people went because it was a movie. They thought it was just a movie. They weren't, even though it was said it happened it's based on real life events. So these people made money off of it. And there's nothing wrong with making money, but what's your intent? That was super irresponsible. Super irresponsible. You're dealing with things you don't even understand. Where the archdiocese had to be called. And then Ed Warren had to end up doing an exorcism there. An exorcism was done there. So why would you ever open that up to the public? For them, again, I don't care how seasoned you are. Like, it's just like, and then so now this guy, the woman that owns it now, is clearly having some kind of experiences. Like, I don't know, that's my opinion on it. She's having some kind of experiences. And it's lashing out at. So someone has sent in their experience saying how she kept coming in interrupting their investigation of, okay, so why are you, there's a lot of intention here. You know, what's your intention? This woman's not okay. Clearly the house is affecting her. It's been documented how the house can affect you. And then here's this guy who's saying he's a paranormal investigator, bullying her because she's experiencing, and she's not even doing it publicly. It's just people who seem to encounter her. And then they're bringing it to a public forum where this guy is just like off and running with it. And I think it's weird. And then to discredit, what I see from my vantage point is you're discrediting people that you call friends. You call Ed and Lorraine Warren friends when they were alive, because I know that they have met them, or at least Lorraine. Another paranormal group definitely knew Lorraine Warren. Definitely knows Andrea Perron. So when you're besmirching this woman, you're discrediting the events, the experiences that were actually documented that took place there. You're dealing with the supernatural. You're arrogant if you think you have a grasp on that, of the levels the supernatural can affect a person. It's arrogance. Because it seeps through whatever it can. Because something so big punched a hole in that area of the world that it was documented. And this is why, you know, it's like the Amityville Horror House. Those people really experienced that, but for whatever reason, whoever moved in afterwards, they may not have been attuned to it. It's all energy, but you can't discredit the fact that they went through that at the Amityville. It was the Amityville Horror. And then these people who live there now either are lulled by it and don't realize it. Like, there's so much. It's deep. It's really deep. And it's to everybody here in this realm of existence, not just, it just happens to be these places that have been publicly documented. This place is all over the place. You know what I mean? This whole place, we're in a graveyard, for Pete's sakes. We're going to experience, like, why are we in a graveyard? Let's start there. Why are we in a graveyard? But I gotta take this call. It is horrible. It is. It's just been It's not okay. It's just not okay. That's all. It's not okay. So may you find peace on your day today. And I take in my own advice too, because it'll ooze through any orifices of your life. And it just does. 1, 2, 2, 1. I'm seeing a lot of that. A lot of mirroring stuff going on. And I feel like it's more of checking our own, keeping our own moral compass right. You know, we can't change people, places, and things, but we can keep our moral compass on point. And it's okay to stand up for the little guy. And it is. And it's okay to share your opinion, but it's not okay. It's not okay to bully somebody. And that, what I'm witnessing, like this guy has made a podcast about this stuff. It's like, wow, you're really running with that for what? You know, I'm not saying that he's even offered to have her on there. Like, this is what I find interesting is like she has not said anything public. This hasn't been a public thing. The only reason why it got public was because this guy brought it forward using his, we'll call it stature in the paranormal community, which is evil to me. That's an evil behavior. But this woman has not got, like, she's not out there on public forums doing that. She's not. And the only reason why anyone knows about it is because of this guy and other people who have experienced it. I'm not saying what she's doing is okay, but like the house is clearly affecting her. And from, you know, as a paranormal investigator, you know, one would hope the reason why you're investigating the paranormal is A, because you're interested in it, you're called to it. B, to gather evidence, and C, again, to help the person, not bully the person. So that's, you know, sad. Anyway, I gotta call this person back. So I know, I agree. I don't know how I don't know how to stop someone like that. You know, I agree with you on that, 1000%. I totally agree with that. And that's why that was one of the things I commented. But I get you know, I'm not gonna ever respond to the people that respond to it, because what I said was truth. And if you're gonna laugh at me, you're not even in the same vibration I'm in. So there's that. Because you're not getting it, and you're clearly not understanding. If you're laughing and thinking what I'm saying is funny, like basically what I just shared on here, like you guys are getting what I'm saying, like how it oozes through, especially at that level where it's been documented and of a evil there, an evil there. And then to laugh and be like, that's so far-fetched to think it's affecting the lady. And then to create a whole forum about it, bullying her. And he's offered for her to come on his podcast, or for him not to even be there. Like, so you, the bully, even though she may be coming across bullying, but possession is a whole other area. Why? What's your intention of wanting to have her on? She's not even publicly. You're the one that, like, this guy is the one that brought it public. It's just interesting, and it really upsets me because that is highly irresponsible. That house should have never been open to the public. It's not meant to. I think those are signs right there that it's not meant to. And there are people that have had experiences there that I don't think they've even gotten over today, but they just don't talk about it. They go on with their life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like maybe this is meant to be for it to go this way, as weird as that sounds, that people don't go there, because it shouldn't be that's a level that you don't open that up to the public. You know, there's specific responsibilities, and there really is, and that's serious responsibility. Like, you have a house that has been documented that has evil in it, has not been exorcised. You've had priests in there. It's been documented, and then so you're gonna open it up to make money for people to come in and have a fucking demonic attachment for what? A mighty dollar that a tree died for you to have a fake dollar? Not okay. It's not okay. I really don't have any encounters, but that is. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I do. I wouldn't go anywhere near the house either. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. I went to the Rhode Island Paracon in just going by the area, I could feel, I was like, whoa, you could feel it. You can feel the energy shift. And no way would I ever go. Nope, 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 no, nope, 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 nope. I don't do that anymore. I used to investigate some areas, but like I would never go there. No way. Like, yo, they made a movie about that to tell you the level that was at. Why the frick would you go there? You know, even the most seasoned investigators. And there's some that, again, that are there really put on this earth to do that, to document. Like Ed Warren, his purpose and his goal was to prove the devil's real. That's a purpose, man. That's a mission from God, if you ask me. And he was I want to expose that the devil's real, and he did. And they documented it, and they have all kinds of evidence. So I don't know, just for whatever reason, we're supposed to talk about that today, and it's not okay to bully people, and it's not. I'm supposed to have compassion. I'm supposed to help people. I'm not saying be a doormat for someone to treat you bad, but if you ask me, that lady just needs help. She doesn't even realize it, you know. So I can come in through all different ways, shapes, and sizes, and it can. And just keep vibrating high, keep your moral compass correct. You know what I mean? Or do what you want, but like, I'm all about like, keep your moral compass correct, right? Doing the next right thing, helping another, hopefully not hurting another, and more will be revealed. And there are some folks that are having some serious encounters with celestials that have been coming through these messages, and I'm just, I get blown away. I do. I get blown away. But I just get blown away. I never get used to this. And I find that fascinating because more of you will experience that. And you will. You know, whether it's your dreams or your astral travel or however that is for you, you may get more of your spirit guide team may present itself to you. It may come in the form of in 3D as animals. I was getting a lot about that too, about a lot of familiars coming in on some of y'all's path at this time for to protect you, even though maybe some people don't realize their familiar is protecting them, you know. That's even more beautiful when you really just don't know. But maybe they do know, you know. This month has been, before October, I was getting out very strong. Like, this is going to be the thinnest and biggest changes of any October we've had thus far. And thus, it has been on point, you know. Yeah, me too. I shut it off too. I have to, because it's too much. It's too much. You have to be able to function as well in this world. You know what I mean? And there's turning it on, turning it off. I agree with that. Yes, I don't think mine's ever really off, but I choose not to always. I have to function in this world. Let's put it that way. You know, I got that the other day too about protecting my area. Yes, with salt and crystals around the property. I was getting that too, so that's not a bad idea. Yes, go with that. Go with that. Protect your energy. Protect your dwelling. Protect your babies. Oh God, protect your babies out there. Your little fur babies too. I mean yourself. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Enjoy this day. It's beautiful here where I am, and I'm gonna really enjoy this day. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.